So remember Plantera, or Plantera, right? Apparently that wasn't their first game, that was their second game. This is their first game, it's called Tap Heroes. How do I know it's their first game? Because in here it says play our new game, presumably that being their next game. Daniel Helm and Jesse Valentine, said that a bit weird. They're back, or they never went away, I'm not sure which way. Whatever it is, this is it. Apparently I'm officially their groupie now because I quite like anything they do. Very similar, mind, basically the same game, but instead of being in a happy garden, this one is like an RPG posse. It's one of those clicker games. It's very simple. Click the enemy to hurt them, click yourself to heal yourself, and then you can level up your crew, which is slowly unlocked. I've got all three. I'm guessing there's no more. The warrior, he's your tank. He also does damage. The mage handles healing and literally nothing else, which is a bit odd. And the rogue, he can stun the enemy and he can poison them. So he's quite useful. But I'm just gonna throw everything in the speed. I left this on overnight, and as you can see, my money has gone obscene. So I'm just going to level this right up. I need to move on to some higher level fighting, I feel. Just get this cranked right to the top. There we go. Yeah, that was nice. You got... Right, let's get to... Wow, I was actually only of 8 of 10. So basically, you go to the leveled area. It's jungle level 28 here. You have to kill 10 people there. Occasionally there'll be a boss. Occasionally you get these blue things. I don't actually know what they call them. Crystals, maybe? They let you buy like additional stuff that the money doesn't get you. So far I've used them to unlock the 2 extra heroes. And I also brought a banker, which doubles the income, which, you know, is highly important. It's the whole shtick of the game. You can buy a few other things around here. And also these sort of special attacks, which for the most part they're just like a 30-second boost with a 15-minute cooldown, that sort of thing. It's not anything like super useful. Right, let's go on to the higher level. This should be super easy now because of just how much I just upgraded my warrior. Like literally, things were costing like a few hundred coins, and I had several 100,000. It's level 68. That's obscene, probably. The one thing I haven't done is upgraded my own abilities to click, and as such, me doing any clicking is basically pointless. You can collect the money manually with the big finger, but really, it's all pointless. It just runs itself. It's one of those things though, like Plantera, and like most clicker games, I'm going to assume. I started it up the other day just to have a look, see what it was. I got sent this for free, obviously. I don't buy this sort of thing. You might, I don't. I started it up for free, and before I knew it, it was like, oh, I've been playing for an hour and a half. Yeah. Few issues. It doesn't scale to the higher resolution particularly well. Well, it doesn't do it at all. Actually, it just stretches everything. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. Oh look, a boss! It's a big rat thing. The bosses can actually kill you, but all you have to do is just hammer your healing, and you'll be fine. Die, you prick! Shit. As I say, there's no real strategy. It's just endless grinding, but it's, you know, there's something oddly pleasing about that, isn't there? There's many games where I don't actually care for any kind of strategy in the combat. I like to just grind my way up to having the skill to make it easy, you know. Some games don't let you do that, or some games let you do it to a certain extent. But yeah, this is fine. Oh good, I won. Look, an altar. Tap on the altar to activate. When the altar is activated, You'll use a gem instead of your coins to upgrade anything. You can also reset the cooldown timer on. Okay, let's get out of this boss fight. I'm in the cave now. I want this mushroom in the background. It looks very pleasing. Oh, there's the altar up there. That's what I quite like. The way it, when you get upgrades and shit, it just throws them on the screen somewhere for the most part. It doesn't like add separate menus or anything. The game is almost entirely on this one screen, really. Oh, I've got 5. I think I'll upgrade the banker. Now I get 3 times as many coins for my buck. I'm working under the assumption that this familiar that you can buy probably won't do any damage. He'll just he'll collect your coins maybe, but they do that automatically, so I don't really know. One of these days, I'm probably going to get in contact with one of these 2 people and just have a word. Just say well done more than anything else. I like your games. I've played them probably more than most, honestly. More than is frankly a good idea. Let's put it that way. I'm noticing my health isn't quite in the safe, so yeah, screw it. Let's just upgrade the rogue. I want him to be as potent as anything. And speed. Speed is everything. See, the warrior, he does 170 damage. I personally, I do 8. So I can do it much faster than him. So there's always a certain point to it. Trick is you just leave it running, don't you? That's how you make it big. I could just leave it running like this. I could tell you about my day. I woke up. It's a Saturday, so I didn't have to be anywhere. It's the one day of the week where I don't have to get up in the morning. So I laid in bed till about 11. Then I got up, freshened up as usual. Went down, made myself a ham sandwich. Cooked a huge joint of ham some time ago. Honey roast. What you do is you boil it for the better part of a week, and then you just finish it off in the oven, just fucking caked in honey. Comes out lovely. It's the stuff of God. So I got a shit ton of that, and every day I've been carving a bit off and having some of it with something or other. I had it in an omelette one day. Other day I had it in like a pasta dish, which was lovely. And I had it in a sandwich this morning with coleslaw. If you're bored of sandwiches, coleslaw is the key. You can add coleslaw to damn near any sandwich, and it's fucking tops. I highly recommend it. Then after that, I was sat there. I was looking at this huge lump of ham I still had left. It was like this big to start with. Bigger. It was literally bigger than my head. It was huge, is what I'm trying to say. So I carved that up. It's one of my great skills in life is carving meat. But I did it really lazy. I couldn't be bothered to get like any kind of fork or anything to hold the meat. So I was holding it like that and carving down, and one thing led to another, and I slipped off the meat with the knife, and I just smacked my finger and slightly cut myself. It's really nothing minor. I barely even stopped carving the meat, to be honest. So I got that to look forward to now. A large amount of carved up meats. How am I doing? Oh, I've won the zone. Let's move on. So that's food. That's the most important thing. That's really where we are now. I've got to try and record a shit ton of videos in the next few days. Otherwise, I won't have anything to come out for the rest of the month. So there's that. I was uploading something last night. In fact, it will have come out by now. That bridge constructor stunt video. I was uploading that, but for some reason the internet cut out in the middle of the night. So I got up this morning, I looked at it, and it said 12% complete. I was like, well, fuck me. It's no issue now, but if I was relying on that to be like that day's video, I'd have panicked. Basically, I'd have worked it out. I'd have done something. You would never have seen behind the scenes me fucking up, but it would have been tight. Let's boost the rogue a bit, shall we? I don't know what this stun does. It says stun power minus 17 CS. It's not seconds. It's just an arbitrary figure. Right, let's just kill this last one. You never want to leave a zone with a half-dead enemy. Leave them fresh. It's all about the cash income, you see. We'll keep the clicking going for a while. Where else have I been at? You might have seen recently I had a Dreamcast kicking around in a video. So that is my Dreamcast. I remember it being kind of broken last time I used it. In a very odd fashion. Certain colour couldn't come out. I think it might have been the leads were broken, but it could have been the CRT I was using. So I'm going to see if I can get that working, and if I can, I might look at some Dreamcast games. Although I never had that many, and I can't find that many now. The only one I really liked was Power Stone Heroes, which is a great game, and it's kind of like Smash Brothers, but sort of better in a way. It's the sort of game that I would like to still be around, because Smash Brothers could learn a thing or six from it. I really want to play that now, actually. I'm half tempted to download an emulator or something to get it going. Or maybe they've made more of it. I think it was Sega or Namco. It was one of the big older game companies. You know the ones. You don't hear about them so much anymore, but they're still doing some impressive stuff. So there's that. Obviously, I've been working through a collection of Game Boy games recently. I've still got like stacks of PS1 and N64. Super Nintendo games. I got loads of Super Nintendo games. I'm having trouble getting a lot of them to work. The trouble is, I think my console might be a bit on the out. I'm trying some last minute measures to fix it, but if that goes, I don't know what I'll do. I might buy a new one, but that's a risk, isn't it? How are we looking? 13 minutes. Is that long enough? Could be. It's the only trouble with this sort of game. There's really not a lot going on for video purposes. I can't really suggest you buy it either, because while I do like playing it, it's not really the sort of game I'd advise anyone to buy. Like, if you've got it, play it, but who are you to be in that situation where you've got games and you're not really sure why? If it's on a bundle, don't ignore it. Maybe in 5 games time, when who makes this? I don't think they have a name. I think they just use their own names. When the Dan Helm bundle comes out, featuring this, Plantera, and whatever the next game will be, my guess will be something like a sci-fi spaceship game. It will be this, but it will be kind of fleet-based, so you have several different ships instead of the heroes, and you're fighting enemies. That's my prediction for their next game. Obviously, it will have enjoyable music and sound effects from Jessie, man or woman, I'm not sure. If it is a woman, I'm assuming there's kind of a will they, won't they relationship going on, rather akin to Fitzsimmons from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Or really, any time there's two kind of background characters that are male and female in any TV show ever. Mulder and Scully, when they're not background, but you get the picture. Or I genuinely can't. I just need to think of TV shows, and it'll in Community, Vicky and Fat Neil. In Friends, it's kind of it's not really a Ross and Rachel. It's closer to Gunther and whoever he liked after Rachel. Now that I think about it, if they were ever to do a Friends movie, it would be Gunther's wedding, wouldn't it? That would be the reason to get them all together. And then the joke is like at the end he doesn't get married, but Ross jumps in and marries someone else. Or okay, I'm dwindling at this point. I've run low on all conversation topics. I didn't come in expecting to do this. This is the trouble. I turned it on and it was working, so I was like, fuck it, I'll go with it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.